Hello YouTube, welcome to week 2 on my weight loss vlog. I have just done this video once and then managed to delete it, so I'm not very happy about that. Well, this week I was aiming to get into the 12 stones. I was 13 stone 2 last week, sway in. And I didn't manage to meet my target, but I did lose 2 pounds, which is great. So I am down to 13 stone dead, meaning that next week I would like to get down to 12 stone 12, which is only a 2 pound weight loss again. I think that at this stage in the diet, you know, I've been doing it for 3 weeks now, trying to lose more than 2 pounds a week is just not achievable. The last time I lost weight, I was losing more than that a week, but it got to a point where I knew I was taking it too far. If I was eating over 700 calories a day, I'd start to get upset. I was really obsessing over everything, and it was quite a miserable cow, to be honest with you. So I find that whenever I do lose weight, my husband actually gets a bit tetchy. I think he worries that I'm going to turn into a right crazy bitch again and start being really horrible to him, which obviously I'll try not to, but I do love my food, and dieting does put me in a bad mood, but at the same time I know it is for my health, and if I can get into a size 10 outfit, I know that my self-esteem will just go through the roof. I've always had quite low self-esteem, as I think most girls have. Probably men have too, but I don't live in their brains. I don't know what they're thinking. I probably wouldn't want to know what they're thinking half the time. But mine took quite a knock after my boyfriend of 3 years passed away. I was madly in love with him. We were very young, but madly in love. And a few months after, I think I pretty much went on the rebound, but with a guy that wasn't particularly very nice. I was with him for 6 months, and he made a lot of horrible comments about my weight, along with other things. And obviously comments like that stick with you. So it would just be really nice to be able to lose the weight, but not just lose it, keep it off. That is my main goal this time. I don't care how long it takes for this weight to go, but when it's gone, I don't want it coming back. I don't want to be going through this again, through looking at that scale and thinking, oh my goodness, I've got 4.5 stone to lose. That really just sort of batters you, and you know it's going to take you a long time. But there you go. That is what you get for eating cake and crisps and sweets all day long. As I said, my problem really was that I just didn't know when to stop. You know, I'd go out for a meal with my husband, and I'd probably have a starter, then a mixed grill, then I'd probably pick at his, because he's not a very big eater, then I'd have a pudding, then I'd get home and put on a DVD and sit and eat crisps and sweets in front of that as well. So that was bad. I've always eaten far too much, and that's really got to change. I'm not going to do my measurements this week, because I read online that it's best to actually measure things like your waist and your hips once every 4 weeks rather than once every week. So I'm going to be doing that now instead. I will do them next week, because that's going to be week 4. So it'll be interesting to see over 4 weeks how much I've lost in total in inches. Sorry, I'm just looking at my daughter. She's whipping something up, and I think it's quite important. But there you go. So that's about it really, YouTube, and I shall see you next week. Bye.